Well, hello, my inky friends. It's Cindy Lynn with My Inky Fingers. Thank you so much for joining me today on my YouTube channel and blog. If you're new here, welcome. Today I've got a little bit different of a video for you guys. The washi shop reached out to me and asked me if they could send me some product for me to review and tell you guys what I thought about it. Now, I've never actually used washi tape before, so I thought, let me have a look at this. So I looked at their website and I instantly fell in love with the patterns. I'd never played with it or touched it before. I didn't know much about it, but some of the patterns were super pretty. So I thought I could probably incorporate this into my card making. Now, not only did I incorporate it into my card making, I'm also going to show you a few little storage tips and tricks and just a couple other little ways that you can use your washi tape. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now, you may remember the washi tape actually came and was misdelivered and I didn't get it. And it was a few weeks that this parcel was lost in action, but I have to say, customer service with the washi shop was phenomenal. So that was a good first experience with them. The next experience was getting my package redelivered and actually getting it and opening it. Now, I was really impressed. I've had some stuff sent to me and it's come in bubble envelopes, wrapped in bubble wrap and whatnot. And I've kind of not been impressed with some shipping options from time to time, but the washi shop, not only did they package everything in a box, but are you seeing how they package their washi tape with this pretty little tissue paper? I mean, the presentation was everything. Now, here's something. I've never seen this before, and if you've seen this, you got to forgive me. This is my first time, right? But these little washi flowers, I thought, what am I going to use those for? I'll slap them on some envelopes when I send them out. I've got some extras, so I'm going to do a little giveaway for you guys. So stay tuned to the end, and I'll let you know how to win a few of those. So this one here, I got so much washi tape, you guys. Wait till you see it all. This one here, I thought kind of looked like fall. So I figured, how can I kind of incorporate this in with some Stampin' Up! Stamps and some embossing folders, you know, yada yada. Let's make a fall card. So I took out all of the products that I use, by the way, will all be listed below, and the washi top shop is going to give you guys a discount code. So if you fall in love with any of this, definitely look at the link below for your discount code. Now, all the stamp sets I used are listed below. So this here leaf, I figured, you know what, let's emboss it in gold, kind of make it pop. It kind of went with the gold foiling. Now I did notice the gold foiling in these washi cards is really pretty, actually. I mean, and I didn't know, but all of their washi tapes are all hand drawn. I mean, they're very, very artistic. I really do like the designs. So this here, super quick and easy card. I just embossed the part that didn't have the washi tape, put the sentiment on it, put it on a card front with a few little embellishments. And I mean, bada bing, bada bam. That was so easy. Now this one here, I'm going to tell you guys, I made this card a while back, and going back and looking at it and remembering how I made it, I kind of struggled a little bit, and you'll see that, but I'm going to get you guys on track because this one here, super easy to make. And what I like is, yes, we have designer series paper, but it's not self-adhesive and you can't reposition it. And I mean, you have to put the tape on it. And I'm not saying I don't love our DSP, but washi tape is so quick and easy to use. Now this here, they have some washi tape that has a backing on it. And I asked them why. And they told me it was because the customers had basically asked for that. Okay, and it's kind of a little stickier, I guess, than regular washi tape. So this here was easy to put in my paper trimmer, cut it in half, put it on my envelope, and put it on the bottom of the insert for my card. So I kind of really appreciated that some of this washi tape had backing on it because it allowed me to manipulate it, right? So got those all put there. Now I've got a matching envelope and insert. So what I want to do here is I'm going to use the die set that matching with the Always in My Heart stamps. And this here, I had pre-embossed one of my pieces of cardstock and it threw me off. What I'm doing here, do this in the center. So take that die and instead of putting it at the top, put it in the center so your happy goes across the center and you get two pieces. Okay, and I'll explain that again after. But if you're having a hard time getting that die straight, use a T-square ruler. But you can see that piece I just came out with that I'm putting the washi tape on. That piece should have come from the middle of my cardstock, but I kind of confused myself with the embossed piece I pre-embossed. I shouldn't have, yada yada. But nevertheless, I just kind of put the happy in there, you know, after I die cut it, just to kind of see the thickness that I needed. And I just really eyeballed it all. Now, had I have taken this from the center, I would have had two different pieces for the top and bottom for my card, which I didn't. So I will show you guys how I fixed that. But label me bold. Oh, I'm so sad. This set is retired. I love these actual sentiments in here, but I'm going to use just half of this, okay? And the happy, I want to save that for a card later because I only want the birthday part here, okay? So you see here, now I'm trying to line up those dies on my embossed, and then it occurred to me, oh, I didn't emboss this prior. I should have had that going through the center, and I should have put those little dies on either side of the happy through the center and been left with two pieces, okay? So I'm sure you're following me here, but I'm just going to manipulate the pieces that I have and make it so that each side has got a little bit of the waves on it from the die, cut it in half, and now I can put my top and bottom on because I don't want too much gold there on my card. If you like that much gold, then totally skip this step altogether, right? Now I'm going to emboss those, and I'm going to put them on the top and the bottom of my card just to kind of close in where I put that little happy and the washi tape. Now this one was kind of fun because, as you can see, I've got my Prima flowers out there, and I haven't pulled out my Prima flowers. I mean, I don't even remember the last time. So I was super happy to kind of toss my Prima flowers on here. There's no Stampin' Up! Please here today. So I'm kind of pulling out all the stops and just using whatever I like. Majority of what I used is Stampin' Up!, right? Incorporating it because that's where my heart lies. But this turned out super cute. So that there, put it on a card front. And I mean, look at that. That is so stinking cute. And it was so easy and quick to go together. You could make a whole bunch of these and add them to your stash. And you don't always have to put birthday on the happy. You can think of all kinds of other ways. Now that is a retired die. It is listed below. If you have it, great. If not, use something else, right? So here, everybody knows I'm not a big fan of the whole ocean beach theme, but this was a thick washi tape, and I thought, I want to play with this, okay? And it has that pretty foiling on it. So I'm going to center this on my card, and I'm kind of going for the masculine vibe. Who isn't short on masculine cards? So I'm going to make a few masculine cards here. Now, I want to use our twine. Now, this is the same twine that's in the current catalog, just in the little spools. This is it's a Stampin' Up! Brought it back, if you will, and I had the big spools from way back when Adam was a cowboy. So I'm using up those, and I'm keeping my little spools for the future, right? So I'm just putting those twine on the top and bottom of where the washi tape ends, just to kind of close it in, right? And I've already pre-cut and stamped my image, and actually my image, I cut that out on my new Scan and Cut. That is a love-hate relationship. I should probably talk to you guys about the Scan and Cut one day, but that was super easy to just stamp those. I didn't have the punch, right? So I cut them out, and I did pre-stamp and cut them for my next card as well. The exact same. I figured I'm here now, might as well make a couple of these cards because I had another idea for this particular washi tape. So I threw a couple miscellaneous embellishments on there, and then some Stampin' Up! Embellishments, embossed that sentiment in gold to kind of go in tune with the foiling. And I was pretty happy with the way that turned out. Now here, this is really thick, and I thought, like, wide, right? So I thought, what if I flipped it upside down? Would it fit across my card? And it was a 1/4 inch shy of my standard mats, how I cut my card fronts, not mats, card fronts. So I kind of trimmed it up and manipulated it to be balanced so that when I matted it on the gold, I had a 1/4 inch off the bottom. And then I'm going to lift up the sides here. And this is what I love about washi tape. I didn't know this, but after you put it down, you can peel it back up and then put it right back down again, and it still sticks. So I was pretty happy with that. I didn't find I lost any of the tackiness either from my hands, which I appreciated. And it's so easy to just flip it over and seal it down. And I mean, no extra adhesive or glue to put your, designer series paper down. So it's just so quick and fun. I like that. So these here top and bottom together, I mean, you'd never know that you pieced them together, right? So same sentiment, same little whale. And I'm not even going to add embellishments to this one. I'm just going to pop them up on dimensionals and put them on there. And then that's it. I'm done. That there, insert. I had a little piece of gold foil left from gold foil cardstock from another project. So I just put it right in the middle of that card there. So here, the little stellar birthday. Now, you're probably looking at that stamp going, his face looks different. I will link the video for you guys. I cut their faces out and then I draw them in afterward. So nevertheless, I made a card here in black, and I'm going to show you that after, but I also had the blue, and I just immediately went to space. It's like, looks like outer space, a night sky, and that little stellar birthday dude is going to be perfect for here. I pre-colored him because I colored two because I made another card, and he doesn't quite match this blue. I wish I had it colored him differently, but you know what? It's no big deal. Nobody's going to notice when I give them the card, right? Now, here's what I love. When you fold your cardstock or designer series paper over the corners like that right there, you've always got to manipulate and get some glue in there or some adhesive, and it's kind of a bit of a pain. This stuff just folded over so perfectly. I was impressed with that. And I found that all of the washi tapes stuck really, really well. Now, there was one set of them, the glitters, and I'll get to that when I get to the glittered ones. I did have a little bit of trouble with those sticking to themselves or non-flat surfaces, and I'll explain that when I get there. But here, I'm just matting that up on some gold. And now, you know, when you're in space, you're always tethered to your spaceship, right? So I got that twine out again, and I want to tether him to the sentiment so he's grounded, right? And it's kind of like he's kind of holding a sign too, if you will, and I've got a little bit of a wave going in there because it's not going to stand up straight because he's in outer space and everything floats. So that was kind of where my mind was going with that. And I keep putting the block on my project as I go to kind of let everything adhere, you know, kind of dry a little bit under there with the multi-purpose liquid glue that I use in a different bottle. Okay, so those go together so quick and easy as well. Now, embossing on gold foil cardstock, sometimes your embossing comes off, and a little bit of mine did when I die cut it, so I just drew it back in with a Copic multi-liner. So there it is in black, and I was really impressed with those. Now, here was the funnest one. I made this in two colors, so I'm going to show you also when I'm done this one, the one I made it in before, but there's all the sparkle washi tape, if you will. It's a lot thicker because it's glittery, right? But I mean, you know me and my glitter, I gotta have it. But they're super cute. I like all of those colors. Now I'm gonna mix and match, and here's the key. When you're doing these backgrounds or, you know, covering your whole card, variety is key. Mix and match. And then when you go from one washi tape to the next, the variation, it makes sense because the color changes rather than trying to lay each washi tape over and over and over and then you see the seams. It wasn't so bad on the last card when I angled it, right? Because there was only a few. But here, you wouldn't want to keep laying the same one because it's like wallpaper. It's not always going to match up. So if you break it up and break it up with different widths, right? It's going to totally look beautiful. Now, if you're having a problem lining it up or making it straight, use a T-square ruler. I only did this to show you as an example, which led me to reposition my pink, and I wasn't quite centered anymore, which I was kind of off, and I was left with the teeniest little bit at the bottom. So I just added some more white, and I didn't want to waste it because as you can see, there's only a little bit there I need to cover. So I'm going to cut that off, and then I'm going to use it on this card somewhere else so I'm not wasting it, right? So the glitter ones, as gorgeous as they are, I love them. I was going to use a trimmer to do that. I was like, no, I think I'll use my scissors. But as much as I love the glitter ones, they don't fold over the card quite as easily. So I burnished them with my bone folder, my Teflon bone folder. So there, I'm going to use that leftover white glitter and I'm going to put it on the insert of my card so I'm not wasting it, right? Because waste not, want not. So now I'm going to just burnish those, like I said, because I want to make sure that the glitter ones really, really, really adhere down good. And then my pink wasn't straight, and I go back later and lift it up and, you know, re-put it down. Now that piece was so little, I'm just going to toss that. So I'm staying with the same dies that we used on the first card, and I'm going to use the heart this time. And this here, I really, really had to think about this, because what I wanted was the heart in all different, you know, different layers and different variations of the washi tape. But then I thought, wait a second, if I cut that out properly, I can use this. And I always tell you guys to use things as stencils or whatnot, but that's so pretty with all that washi tape. I didn't want to waste it. So the center of the heart and the background, I thought, why not make a card out of that, right? I mean, I'm going to get a 2-for-1 here, which I was super happy about. So put that down. Make sure your heart is kind of level, like watch that tape, making sure that, you know, it all lines up visually. Now here, I just used some dies. I did Valentine's Day. I cut it out in gold, and then a few times, 2 times in white, layered them all up. And I'm not using the dot for the eye, the tittle, whatever they call it, because I'm going to be totally honest with you. It's a PITA, a PITA. And if you know what that is, you know, but it is a pain in the beep. Anyway, I don't do the eyes, so I didn't even put the eye on there. I'm going to set that to the side to kind of dry. And now here I cut out an extra one, as you can see, because I needed the center. And these little white baggies, you can trim those. I'll link them for you. They're so thin. Then go right in the back of your stamp case to house all your extra dies, because all I wanted was the center of this heart. So why throw away the whole heart? I can use that on another project, right? But I wanted the center because I wanted to use that for a sentiment. And the center of this heart with the washi tape is already on the other card, and I can't really stamp a sentiment on it, right? So I did use the same stamp set, and I stamped a sentiment, and then I embossed it in gold, and that will live in the middle of that heart. But I'm going to set it to the side now, let that dry while I finish this one. That happy that I told you guys to save is right here. So you can always manipulate your sentiments and then save them, toss them in those little baggies in the back of your stamp case. I do that so much, but look at that. So super cute. I mean, think of all the color combinations. If you have washi tape, or if you fall down the rabbit hole on the washi shop, I'm going to apologize in advance, because I don't know how you're going to choose. Thank God you get a discount code, because they just have way too many cute colors. So now here, that was all I wanted on this card, with a little bit of ribbon. Okay, and this bow, that's that Tammy Wilson bow that I taught you guys how to do in my Stampin' Scoop. I will link that down below for you guys. It is so easy. I am mastering my bows now. So I'm going to trim up those tails, and I do use some glue dots, and I kind of roll them so they're long and skinny, and I stick them behind my ribbons just to hold them where I want them. So I did manipulate that a little bit, but I mean, look at that. It turned out so stinking cute. I absolutely love it. And there it is with the pinks and the yellows. I mean, come on, they're so stinking cute. And I'm going to show you too, you can use different shapes, okay? So think of all the different dies that you have that you can make these backgrounds, cut a shape out of it, use it on your card, but then use the stencil of that shape, right? So here's another idea of just laying out your washi tapes. There's another one. I could have made cards, but we could have been here all day, right? So I'm just trying to show you guys a few examples. This one I like because it's like a little rainbow. Love how that looks. Birthday card. I'm going to show you some storage as well. Oh, wait, before I do that, I'm going to show you that I actually had some really cheap, not very good quality washi tape from Michaels, and I put them on my magnets, because everybody knows, you know, put washi tape on your magnets and it helps you lift them up. But it kept ripping and peeling, and granted, I've only been using this washi tape on my magnets for about a month, but I've not had an issue with it at all yet. So it's just kind of like a 2-for-1, so I can show you another idea. So I'm going to kind of eyeball how much I need, and I ended up with 3.5 inches, and I will slow it down and show you guys. You want to kind of flip it over a couple times, and then at the end, fold it so you're leaving about a 1/2 inch there. So that you have somewhere to grab it, right? But I just ordered these up because I have another board, and I'll show you. I wanted to put some on another board, but the ones that are back, just take your pick or your Cricut tool and peel that off, it actually comes off really easy. It didn't frustrate me, so that was nice because I don't like having to deal with tedious things, right? So I was pleased with how easy the backing comes off. Now here, you're just going to roll it over 2 or 3 times, and then the last fold it over, leaving about a 1/2 inch there, and then tuck the rest of the tail back underneath. And I mean, that's pretty much all you need to do, and you've got some really cute washi tape on your magnets for your Stamparatus. Now for the giveaway, what I want you to do is, in a sentence, I want you to tell me your favorite way to use washi tape, or if you've never used it before, tell me what I did today that was your favorite use of washi tape, and let me know. Actually, it doesn't matter where you live because it's washi tape. I can send it to anyone in the world. I will do 2 draws. So I'll do 2 random of the 4 to one person and 2 to another person. So leave me a comment down below letting me know what your favorite use for washi tape is. And if you've never used washi tape, which one I did that was your favorite use. So there it is in my Stamparatus, by the way. And those are the ones I've been using now for about a month. I mean, I really like them. I'm not having an issue with them. But this second set I'm going to put on my Make Art. Now that Make Art, let me tell you, that is the strongest magnet board I have ever come across. Like, I can barely get those things off there. So thank God I have the washi tape. Now for storage, I got on Amazon and I just, looked for washi tape storage, and I was able to find these cute little container thingies. Now this part here is what cuts your tape, and there's a really, really deep jagged edge and then a finer edge, and you just pop it out, flip it over, put it back in, click it in place. It's so easy. I mean, a kindergarten kid could do. Actually, if you get confused, get the kindergarten kids to do it because they always know how to fix things that confuse us, right? But it's super, super easy to use. And then you just kind of put all your little washi tapes in there, put that little bar in, and that bar clicks through to the other side, and then you turn it to lock it in place, and then you've got all your little favorites right there. I mean, if you don't have a lot of real estate or you don't want to look at them or whatnot, I've got another solution for you. But if you're like me and you like to look at pretty things, and these are pretty, this is super, super cute. Now I flipped this around, and these were the pinks, so I put them in the pink one, and I put the greens on the green one because they come 3 colors, pink, green, and yellow. So for the yellow one, I'm just going to put my last 3 favorites. I love, love, love that scripty one. And I didn't get around to using it. It was still tucked in my box, but nevertheless, there is a very inexpensive way for you to store your washi tapes. They fit just perfectly in your Paper Pumpkin box. So if you're not subscribed to Paper Pumpkin, definitely subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, our monthly card kit through me. And I do all kinds of videos of unboxings and ideas for that. So be sure to click the link below and check that out. Now this was a hidden little gem on the washi shop. I didn't expect this. They're like these little stamps, okay? And I was like, I have to have those because they go perfect on these envelopes that, I mean, you can't use them to mail, of course, but what if you're hand delivering a card? Stick that on there. So super cute, right? Now here I used some washi tape on a little tin that I had some candle in. That's the candles I've been making that I don't know if that'll ever come to fruition, but nevertheless, tea lights, okay? And I saw this on Pinterest. You can just take the thin ones. Now, if you have the glittery tea lights, use one of the non-glittery washi tapes because the glittery washi tapes don't like to stick to glitter. You know what I mean? They need a flat surface. So when you cut it around your tea light, make sure that you cut it so it's not overlapping itself. So it's sticking to a smooth surface, right? So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed the washi tape uses and cards. Don't forget to leave a comment below, and I will announce the winner on Tuesday, August 31st during my Stampin' Scoop video. So be sure, I'll link that down below for you guys. Be sure to watch that video on Tuesday, August 31st to see the 2 winners of the washi tapes. And until I see you guys again, take care and happy stamping.